So now we're going to talk about some mirror exercises to build your body language. So before we dive into more details, let us discuss one thing, that when was the last time you actually watched yourself? Like, you really watched yourself in a conversation or in a presentation, or how you are speaking casually. So, of course, for most of the people, the answer is, never, or only when, they have hated themselves in a picture or in a video. And also, some people feel that it's very cringe. But that's the problem here, right? You cannot improve anything that you are not aware of. So, most people go through their professional life without even becoming conscious of the signals that the body is sending. That is the lack of awareness. It holds them back from leadership presents. They slouch without knowing, they fidget when nervous, they break eye contact at key moments, and they don't even realize that they are doing that. So, the current content that we are going to go through is all about building those mirror exercises, and we're going to use the help of AI here. So, what happens when you bring awareness to your body language? You unlock the real change. You stop unconsciously sabotaging yourself and you start leading with intention. So, in this lesson, what we're going to do is we'll discuss about 3 simple mirror based exercises that can completely change the way you show up in meetings, in pitches, client calls, video calls, or just normal conversations. So you will learn how to observe your body language without any judgment. You're going to build muscle memory for confidence, create self-correction loops that actually stick. So by the end of this, you will not only see the difference, you're going to feel the difference. So let us jump into the 3 practical exercises here. You can just do them yourself anywhere. No fancy tools, just your reflection, and a few minutes of presence. So the first exercise is that it is known as the 60-second stillness test. So what happens here is, the objective of the test is that awareness of your default posture and facial expressions. So here's what you do. You stand in front of a mirror, full length if possible. Set a timer for 60 seconds. Look straight ahead. Don't pose. Don't fix anything. Just be. So you just stand still and you just look at yourself. Now observe. Are your shoulders balanced or they are slouched? Is your jaw tense? Are your arms hanging freely or you are clamped? You are just restricting yourself. What's your resting face saying? Is it calm? You're anxious? You look a little irritated, or a closed face, not ready to have a discussion. So whatever you notice, do not judge yourself. Just write everything down in a notebook. Okay, write everything down, and your AI coach ChatGPT, we're going to use that. So what we're going to do is, you can use a prompt that's there. You can just write a prompt here that act as a non-verbal coach. Here's what I observed about my posture and expression. What could this be silently communicating? So when you have observed yourself in the mirror and you have taken on all the pointers, whether you did your face have an expression, how were your eyes wide open, what was your normal smiling, were you smiling, or you were just you were not having a very pleasant smile on your face, or how were your shoulders, were your arms clamped up, or your arms were free, or were you just unknowingly you had crossed your arms. So whatever was there, do not judge yourself, just write everything down, and you can use this prompt and put it into the AI, and let us see what result you get. Excuse me. Now we move on to exercise 2. It is the powers statement rehearsal. So the objective is aligning your voice, tone, and body for confidence. So this is basically your leadership warm up. So what you do is you pick a short leadership phrase like, I believe in our team's potential. Here's the direction I recommend. Let's move forward with clarity. And then the second step is that you stand in front of the mirror, you say it slowly, and you watch. Are your hands moving too much? Is your eye contact steady? Is your tone strong or shaky? Try the same line 3 times. First casually, too energetic, and you know, the third time you're going to get it correct. So when basically the point here is that you have to pick up any leadership line. You could use any, that's not even mentioned here. Just take any leadership line and see how are you saying that. Okay, are you moving your hands too much? Are you making an eye contact? What is your tone? Are you sounding convincing? So you have to notice all these points and repeat this daily for 7 days. Confidence is basically nothing but muscle memory. Next, we move on to the emotional replay drill, which is the exercise number 3. So the objective here is that practice emotional congruence in your expressions. This one's fun and it's surprisingly insightful. So choose 3 emotions. Like, you could choose, this is just an example. You can choose to be confident, curious, and calm. In front of the mirror, say thank you for joining me today. Say it once for each emotion. Let your face, voice, and body show it. So now when you have to pick any 3 emotions and just pick up a line and try to speak that particular line in front of the mirror in different emotions, and see how does your eye, your face, your lips change. I mean, is there a difference? Are you being able to communicate those emotions well? Now supposedly you are in a meeting, in a target based meeting, so you have to be very motivating. You have to sound very positive, a good vibe. So supposedly you have to say a line, no, we've got this, we have to achieve this. So just try saying that in front of the mirror and see how do you sound. What was your voice coordination? How does your voice sound? What is your eye? What is your body language? How are you moving your hands? So everything has to be noticed. Record it, just record that video and you watch it replay. Can you see the shift? Can others feel the emotion behind the words? So basically you have this is just for the reason that you are practicing certain emotions, because in a meeting maybe you have missed your target, so it's a bad news. So how do you say that? Or supposedly if your team has exceeded the target, so you are giving them a good news, and also apart from good news you're motivating them to do better. So that emotion has to come from your voice. So just try picking any 3 emotions, pick up a line and say it. See how does it change. Okay, so this exercise builds emotional intelligence in delivery, a game changer for leaders. Also, when you will be doing those exercises, you will have to write it down, whatever your results or whatever details you are noting it down. Just go back to AI and just type in those prompts that we just discussed and see what is AI saying on that. Also, not just about AI. When you see yourself, you record yourself, you see yourself consciously in front of the mirror. When how you're talking, you just normally you're practicing a speech. Just keep a camera in front of you, start talking and just see. It's just give it a try and see how does it look. So now before we end this lesson, so let me leave you with this, that feedback is the fuel of growth and the mirror. So it's your most honest and free feedback tool. So if you have your mirror, that's the most the best feedback that you can have. So don't avoid it, embrace it, because every time you watch yourself with intention, you close the gap between how you think you show up and how the world actually sees you. So here's the mission, because a number of times I'm not sure, but then you are thinking something in your head. Supposedly you have a meeting and you're just practicing, but you're not in front of the mirror. You feel that yeah, I have a very good speech, I think I can pull it off. Of course you can pull it off, that confidence has to be there. But then there's nothing harm if you go in front of the mirror and you practice. It is going to give you a lot of advantage. Once you see your hand movement, your eye movement, your voice, your tone, everything, your shoulders, how you stand, how What should your stance be, right? You cannot just be standing with your legs quite wide apart. So everything matters. So just go try this, try doing these exercises, and I'm sure it's going to help you a lot. So also you can pick one of these 3 exercises today, just one, commit to doing it like for the next 3 days, and use the downloadable mirror log journal that we have at the end of the course. Use ChatGPT for feedback, suggestions, and scripting, right? Thank you.